Portwrinkle. Andrew's kindly brought us here with the dogs. We've left our car in Cremyll. Andrew's brought us here and we're going to walk from Portwrinkle to Cremyll, about 13 miles, so the guide says. Here's our two favourite dogs. Here they come, excited. Looks like a footpath. Oh, is that our footpath there?
I think you go straight up there.
Oh right, okay, looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, you go straight up.
Yeah, we go up this way.
I'll go down this way.
Right, let's head towards Tregantle first then. So we've left Andrew and the dogs to the beach and to their day, and we're heading off. 10:30 in the morning. It's going to be another nice sunny day, at least dry. Starts with an ascent. Five minutes into this walk, beware! Falling golf balls. Keep to public footpath. They're the culprits over there. Duck! We're also going through a firing range today. You have to check the website to make sure it's closed and there's no firing going on.
There is a path, a diversion path, I think it was shooting.
But we don't need to take the diversion path. So at the moment there's more danger of being hit by a golf ball than shrapnel. Andrew was saying to us this is a nice route to do. The guide says it's moderate. So we're looking forward to doing this stretch. So this is the firing range. Looking good. I thought we were heading towards it because I saw these great big black and white poles. Plus my GPS said danger area, so right, that's where we're heading for today. Way in the distance. That's a very visual target we've got to head for. They don't want you heading down there then, do they? Firing range. No public access beyond this point at any time. We are law-abiding citizens, so we're going to head this way. Elaine's definitely a law-abiding citizen, aren't you, Elaine? Oh, there is. It's you. This is Tregantle Fort. You may hear an engine behind me because got all these parked up. Look, they're huge. So it's still used by the Ministry of Defence. Public access is not possible unless you're walking the South West Coast Path. Well, you don't see something like that on your South West Coast Path travels, do you? Nope. There we go. Please follow the way markers. Absolutely. On the subject of way markers, it's very clearly pointed this direction. So if there were shooting, these flags will be up and the gates will be locked. We'd have to follow a diversion. But we're okay. We've come out the other end, through the gate. We continue down the road. So we're just going to go around this bend and we should have a long stretch of coastline to enjoy. Off the road, we've got a nice sign. Rame Head 4 miles. I think that's just the out bit that I pointed out earlier. Not much of a breeze today, very warm. So we're just taking it easy along this route today. Enjoying the views and enjoying the walk. These are nice little huts on the coastline. We were about to go down a coastal lane, but a local warned us that's not the southwest coast path. It's about a mile up the road. But it's nice to go through this little village. We walk through the other side of Freethy. I think I thought it's Frethy. So we're walking by Whitsand Bay Fort. Walking now for at least half a mile along the lane from Freethy, just looking for our next turn off. Rame Head, 2 miles. That looks further than 2 miles, doesn't it? Oh well. Found our turning point. Cawsand, 4.5 miles. So apparently we've walked 4.25 miles already. Having quite a few ups and downs along this stretch. Just talk about steep meanderings in the guide. Coastal path. This is where we walk from. Way in the distance there is the fort with the firing range, and then we've also walked through a lot of these huts along the side of the cliff edge. So this is Rame Head. Glorious views up here. Name's waiting patiently. That structure up there is a very old chapel. We'll take a look at it. So we're literally just under the halfway mark, and that's the route we've got to take. So we can confidently say we're over halfway now. We'll get round this headland. We should, or we may be able to see Plymouth. If you watch a Plymouth section of the southwest coast path, you'll see that we walked past that ship there. We walked past that yesterday, so it was docked up in Plymouth. As of today, it's leaving the shores. This isn't actually on the path, it's just a drop down from the path. It's a lovely little place. I'm fairly certain they filmed Beyond Paradise here. So we're now heading towards Cawsand, or or should I say hobbling to Cawsand. I'm struggling a bit today. Battling on. Lack of arrows now going into Cawsand. In the book talks about forking off right through some woods, but there's no arrows, no acorns letting us know. So we've got to assume this is the correct way based on the written word of the guidebook. Well, it's been a while. But there we go. This is the village of Cawsand. Very important sign. Let us know we're 3.5 miles from Cremyll and the ferry. That's where our journey will end today. It was Cawsand. Stopped at the cove. And we're now ready to push on. Let's go. Counting down, 2 miles to go. Gone inland a bit now. There's the coast down there. Lane thinks this is a witch's house. It looks chapelish. Well, we can't see a name on here. Any engraving, so if anybody's watching this and they know what it's called, please leave a comment. Okay, please follow path to the left. This has been an interesting diversion. Very little signage. Be glad to get back on the path. We think we're back on the path. The diversion hasn't helped. It wasn't that well signposted, but we've made it through. Perhaps if you're doing this, just go with the instincts. You go up a lot for the diversion, and you come down for the diversion, and then you rejoin the path. And Elaine has us back on the route. We eventually have Plymouth in our sights. Have just over half a mile to the ferry, which takes you over to Plymouth. So this is where our path ends, at the ferry, and then it recommences at the other end at Plymouth. That is in our next vlog at Plymouth, which we've already filmed as we did the Plymouth stretch yesterday. All done for logistical reasons, but by doing this today just joins up the dots. This is the nearby orangery. How beautiful are these gardens? If you do want a nice day out, the orangery is where to come. And you can also book your dream wedding too. And our journey continues that way. Okay, scores on the doors.
14:08.
Okay, sounds right.
And our moving average was 2.5 miles an hour.
Time for a drink and something to eat. Right, they've stopped serving food. We're going to jump in the car in a few moments and we'll find somewhere else.
Our last day today, so again our nephew very kindly took us over the bridge. We parked our car at Cremyll and then he drove us and dropped us off at Portwrinkle and we walked all the way back.
Portwrinkle.
Oh, did I say it again? Oh, maybe I just like the word winkle. We walked back from Portwrinkle all the way back to Cremyll, where we was hoping to have a lovely tea in the pub, but they stopped serving food at 3 o'clock. How ridiculous. So that was it, but what a lovely stretch we've coloured in.